Hi, everybody. My name is Rita Crompton, and I've got the dishwasher going. Hold on there a second. Sorry about that. We get so used to hearing it, we just don't even pay attention to it and say, all of a sudden, there's that noise in the background. So anyway, sorry, we're a little bit late today getting going. Had to run mom into urgent care, but she's fine. Just a little reaction to some blood pressure medication. But we're here now, and if you can't tell it, now I've had normal amount of caffeine today, but I am shooting you energy. I am sharing with you my January mojo, all right, which is in January, we can conquer the world. We can do anything. All right, I love January. Cold, no decorations out, weather can be kind of crummy, but you know what? In January, we've got a full year to lay out our plan, to start ticking off the steps, all right, to determine what is the plan. All right. So over the next few days, we are looking at, and when I get a little bit up on the energy level, I say, all right, a lot. So bear with me on this. All right. Okay. That sounds good. We're going to start going through the steps and getting you motivated to take those steps. When I'm working with inventors, and I've had several call me this morning. In fact, one gentleman had called me last week and he said, I need some help. I've got a deadline coming up. Can you help me? And it's like, yes, just send me the stuff and we'll start communicating with email and I'll call you. And then I didn't hear from him. And he's like, I called him back this morning. He said, I'm in the hospital, but I'll have a buddy break into my truck and get the papers. It's like, that's okay. He goes, no, I have a deadline. We really do try to help our inventors every way we can, but we're not going to break into a truck to get the paperwork that we need. So what we do, though, is we help you lay out a plan and a strategy and attach you to the right service providers to get the job done. If he needs a job done, today's Friday. If it's got to be done and filed by Monday, I'll have somebody that can get it done and get it taken care of. We've got people that are getting lined up for trade shows, and we're actually talking about trade shows on Monday. So tune in on Monday so that you really understand then the strategies. There's so much more going on at a trade show than just showing off your product and trying to find buyers. And that's why we really look at using that as the launch. But in January, okay, we look at now we've got a whole year, all right? And it is not unusual that it takes an inventor 12 months to get teed up. Now, I will have inventors say, I want to go to this show. And we say, you know what? That one is not going to work. It's my job to keep your world real. So what I'm looking for is, what do you have? There was a gentleman that called me this morning and said, I really don't need your life story. I need to know what industry are you in and where are you in the process? And he goes, oh, I can do that. And most of the licensing companies, most of the licensees that I know, they don't care how you came up with the idea. They don't care what is your life history. They want to know, and they don't want to see a business. Yuck. All right. What they want to know is, what problem are you solving? Did you have a registered patent attorney file a patent on it? When you tell me that you did it yourself and the patent issued, that doesn't mean squat me. All it means is that the examiner said, yeah, okay, and you probably wrote it too narrow. That's one of the mistakes, and we'll talk about that next week as well under inventor mythology. So my grandson's studying mythology now, so inventor mythology. And then we're going to do another one on inventor DNA. And so when you are watching the videos and you like them, please put down to share it. Tell me what you think and whether or not it's doing you any good. And I must have had 50 emails coming in over New Year's Eve and New Year's Day of inventors that were online taking a look at the videos and saying, this is what I've got, please contact me. And I am going through you one by one, giving you a call or shooting you an email. All right. So when we look now at, 2020, I love it. And January, my favorite month of the year is January. Like I said, we can conquer the world in January. So what we want to be able to do is then lay out the plan. Look at the steps. Where are you in the process? When I start asking you, did you file? Do you have a functioning prototype? And, some people are saying, yes, I've already done these parts. That's great. But that's what I need to know. Not your life history, not where you went to college or high school or what you majored in or your first job. All right. What I need to know is, what was the problem? How did you solve it? And for some inventors, we're signing non-disclosure, non-competes. We want to be able to get a good filing done. We want to know a good search. And, is it been done anywhere in the world? The gentleman who brought me a pair of hinged gloves and then wanted to know why he couldn't file a patent on that. It's like, what part of knights in shining armor are you just not getting? Well, I never filed a patent on it. Well, that's just one issue. All right. If it's ever been done, doesn't matter whether they were filing patents or not. In fact, they did have intellectual property back that far, but we're not going to discuss that today. It matters. All right. It matters. They're in museums. So when we start looking at something and we say, all right, you know what? Nobody's filed a patent on it, but it's out there in the public domain. That's an issue for you. That is an issue for you. It is for me too, but it should be for you as well, because it isn't new and novel. So then we take a look at how narrow is it? And I've got, a couple of people who have contacted me in the last week, and when they explain their product to me, it sounds awfully narrow. It doesn't mean that you can't go to market with it. It just means that you're not going to have a big market share. It's very narrow. Now, in some instances, that works. All right, we've got another lady. She's got a very cool product, small niche, but it's a disposable. All right, that makes a difference. So we look at a lot of criteria when we're trying to set out the plan on market share, disposables. Can we have it made in the US? Does it have to be made in China? Do we need to file something? If you filed in the US more than a year ago, your international options are gone, right? That is just the lay of the land. So I always ask, did you file the PCT? Did you file anything internationally? That is becoming a bigger and bigger deal these days. It used to be, just file in the US, that's your major market. We didn't worry about it. That's changing, and you need to be aware of those changes. And it's my job at Archimedes Offspring to make you aware of what's going on. My name is Rita Crompton. I am president and CEO of Archimedes Offspring. I am helping you create your January 2020 plan. And I am sharing with you that attitude of we can do anything if we've got a good plan, a good team, and lots of persistence. And I will talk to you tomorrow.